While the long-awaited family reunions are taking place here in Korea, an estimated 100,000 Korean American families are quietly hoping for their own reunions. We are going to connect live now with our Hwang Ji-hye in Los Angeles to see how the emotional issue is not just confined to the Korean peninsula. Ji-hye.
Mark, some of the families torn apart by the Korean War live here in Los Angeles and are hoping to meet their long-lost relatives before it's too late. Unfortunately for them, the outlook looks bleak, with many still already in line. There was a ray of hope for 88-year-old Kim Bong-Keon when the two Koreas agreed to proceed with reunions for families separated since the Korean War earlier this month. More than 60 years have passed since Kim last saw his sister, brother-in-law, and cousin, who was in kindergarten when he fled North Korea.
I missed him so much. I can still clearly remember my cousin's face. She used to follow me and hold my hand when I walked her to kindergarten.
His faint hope, however, quickly flickered out. Including Kim, an estimated 100,000 Korean American families have ties to North Korea, but this time only 170 families from the two Koreas were allowed to meet their long-lost relatives. Many of the separated Korean American families live in Southern California, which has the largest population of Koreans outside of the divided peninsula. For them, Cha Chang-jun, a member of the National Unification Advisory Council of Los Angeles, says there's not much hope for a reunion anytime soon.
There are hundreds of thousands of separated families in South Korea, and just for them to take a trip to the north to meet their families will take decades. I don't think people like me in the United States will have a chance.
Although Korean Americans are able to take a private trip to the north to meet their families using their U.S. citizenship, not many consider it a feasible option.
There are organizations that help Korean Americans visit North Korea to meet their families, but it costs a lot of money.
People in the Korean American community that have families in the north are hoping that the reunions that led by the two Koreas take place on a regular basis and on a larger scale. Pyongyang, however, has a record of calling off a scheduled family reunion whenever it has a bone to pick with the United States and South Korea. Mark?
Thank you, Ji-hye, and let's hope the next 2 days of the reunions run without a hitch, and there are many more reunion events in the future. That was our Hwang Ji-hye reporting from Los Angeles on the thousands of Korean American families who are also desperate to see their long-lost relatives again.